get married just quickly in a registry office, then we go to London. You stay for a month, you know, for a holiday, and then come back.
I've got a lot of preparations to make for this afternoon sitting. Now, make up your mind, either the wedding or the job. As far as I'm concerned, you can't have both.
Ben, you're being totally unreasonable.
And ECT has restored Rebecca Keane to her normal state, with a normal, cooperative personality, so that she can
Doctor,
live...
that's the point. The cooperative girl we have in Wentworth now is a complete opposite to the girl I knew as Reb Keane.
You're saying her personality's changed?
Completely.
I'm afraid that has nothing to do with ECT, Mrs. Reynolds. Perhaps you'd better look closer to home.
Oh, jeez!
For this job to work, absolutely no one must know you're working for the police.
Oh, come on, a caper this size is bound to be a leak somewhere.
Doesn't the pardon tempt you?
All right, Governor, you've talked us into it. When do we start?
Tomorrow be all right?
Come on, hurry up, they're going to start. What are you doing?
Got something in my eyes.
Well, let me see.
Look, leave me alone, because they're really hurting.
Well, let me see then. Lexi, what happened?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Something was in my powder. Some bugger put something in it and I got in my eyes.
Well, try and open them and let me see.
Oh, I can't. They're hurting. Everything's all blurry.
Well, don't rub them.
But they're hurting.
Look, it'll hurt a lot worse if you rub stuff into it.
Oh, look, I think it's all right. I can sort of see you now.
I'll get some more.
No!
But you got to go to the hospital, make sure it's nothing serious.
Look, I'm all right. It's just some bugger's idea of a joke.
Whose?
Oh, I don't know, but I'm bloody well going to find out.
You should still go to the hospital.
Look, I'm all right. If you don't hurry, you're going to miss the contest. Look, you still got your hair to do.
Then I'll miss the contest. I'm not leaving you like this.
After all the work I put in, no bloody way. Look, you still got your hair to do. Now, go on.
But you look awful.
Look, I am all right. Now, bugger off, will you?
But I can't just leave
Look, and don't tell anybody about this. The last thing I need is a bunch of sticky beaks all wanting to help. Now, go on. Go.
Well, that looks really good, girls. I'll have to do. I have to let everybody in now. Oh, Eve, have you seen Daphne? Yeah, she's getting ready behind the curtain. Oh, thanks.
Willie and May are missing, and Lexi and Julie. Has anyone seen them?
Oh, May and Willie haven't come back from the governor's office yet.
Probably trying to bribe the judges.
Gee, I hope they're not in some sort of trouble.
Well, so do I. We can't afford to lose any contestants now. What about Julie and Lexi?
Oh, Chooky's around. Just saw her going into a dorm a couple of minutes ago.
We should hurry up.
Didn't look bad either. Oh, Chooky. A couple of people reckon she's got a show. I put a few bets on her.
Oh, real clever, Lurch.
Why? You don't reckon she's going to win, do you?
Of course I bloody don't. I'm not taking no chances. Now I've nobbled the top contenders, anyone could win it.
Yeah, I suppose so. Where's Patterson then?
Everyone, places, please. But performers go to the dressing room. We've got to let everybody in.
I'm sorry I'm late. Lexi said to tell you she's withdrawing.
Why?
Oh, she's feeling a bit crook. I've been with her, that's why I'm not ready yet. Can I leave it till after we've done the talent quest bit?
Yeah, I suppose so. Would everyone please take their places?
Now, there's no need to be nervous. You'll be wonderful.
No, I won't. I don't even want to do it. Jeez, what a day. All them needles and now this.
You'll enjoy it once you're up there.
No, I won't, Jen. It's just like being in court, except there's 3 judges instead of 1. Besides, I'm really worried about me court case. Mr. Fulbright might have some news any minute now.
Come on, he's already told you it was all just introductions and things today. He won't have a result for days.
Well, you never know.
Come on, this'll take your mind off it. Now, you go up there and be brilliant for both of us.
Anyway, I don't see why we have to be in such a tearing hurry.
Because otherwise we'll miss the judging, which in your case would be a mercy for everyone.
I mean about the escape. Why can't they give us time to prepare?
The inspector told you Cooper is already recruiting his team.
He also said, if you were listening, that the police are picking up all the other people on the list. So there'll be no one left available but us, and that being the case, he'll have no choice but to wait for us. So why should we hurry?
They can't arrest everyone. There's a limit to how many charges even the police can trump up. All they can do is improve the odds that they'll pick us. There's no guarantee.
Oh, now you'll have to help me.
Oh, come here. I've told you before, this dress is 3 times too small for you. Oh, you're going to look totally silly. You know that, don't you?
We'll both look silly if it doesn't work.
I meant the costume. Look, we just keep still a minute. Now, we've got to make sure this escape looks absolutely real.
Looks real. It'll have to be real. You heard what he said. He doesn't want to risk being seen helping us.
Well, I'm sure the inspector won't put any unnecessary problems in our way.
Don't you think it's sad, though? Honestly, how can they ask us to leave without us saying goodbye to all our friends?
Now, don't you even think about that. It has to be an absolute secret. You can't tell anyone.
But surely Nora could
Not
know.
anyone.
Well, it's too much. How can I possibly be expected to give my best performance tonight, knowing we'll never see any of them ever again?
Now I know the one thing more nerve-wracking than being in a contest. Judging it.
Oh, it's only a bit of fun. There's no need to be nervous.
I know, but I can't help it. It's a responsibility. What if I make a wrong decision?
Oh, stop worrying.
Oh, look, I'm sorry. I mean, you stayed back for the quest to keep your mind off things, and all I can do is go on about my silly nerves.
Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't been very good company. I'm thinking about the funeral tomorrow, dreading it, actually. On top of everything else, Jim will be there. I mean, what am I going to say to him after what happened yesterday?
Oh, it'll be all right. I'm sure by now he regrets the things he said. And I'll be there with you, so don't worry.
Right.
If you're ready, I think our contestants are about to get underway.
Oh, yes, I'm ready as I'll ever be anyway.
I think Mervyn's suffering from a bit of stage fright.
Oh, he's not the only one. I have the feeling the spotlight's going to be on us as much as them.
Yes.
I marvel how a man like you could fail to see my blood was blue. What a gorgeous situation. What a startling revelation. I marvel.
Bloody hell, sounds like she's going to drop a car.
Could fail to see
Quiet,
my
Kelly.
blood was blue. What a gorgeous.
Is she all right, Norm?
Situation.
I wouldn't like to say.
What a startling.
Is that part of the song?
I sort of recognise it. Don't, you'll start me.
Now that's what I call real good singing.
Willie, what's the matter?
I'm going to miss you all so much.
Does she mean Mrs. Norm?
Oh, looks like she slipped back into her Madam Butterfly number.
There, Willie. Now, don't worry about a thing, dear. The pressure's all been too much for her.
I just want you all to know.
Yes, they know what a strain you've been under, dear.
Bring on the dancing girls.
I don't think I want to go.
She doesn't think she can go on.
What shame, eh?
Kelly.
Well, what the bloody hell does she think she's playing at?
I know who my friends are.
Now, don't try and talk, dear. Not when you're so upset.
I think we should bring the next act on.
She'll be all right when she's had a cup of tea and a nice
All right, quiet, everybody. The show must go on. The next act will be Jacko playing Flight of the Bumblebee on the comb and paper. Would you make it welcome?
Will you be all right, mate?
Yeah, no worries.
Hope you're feeling better soon, Willie.
Let me explain to you a few things about my priorities in life. Sure, my work's important to me just as it is to you, but not all important. What I really want to do with the rest of my life is to spend it with someone I love totally. Up to now, I've been single-minded about my work because I've never found anyone who meant that much to me. Now I have. But it can only work if you feel exactly the same way.
All right, then. I will tell London to forget the job. But as far as I'm concerned, it's your decision, not mine. And if things don't work out, the harm it does to my career will be on your head.
Just don't listen.
I know what you're saying, and maybe a lot of it's true. But it's not what you were thinking today when I told you about London. I know a knee-jerk reaction when I see one. You just didn't like the fact that I want to be independent.
No. What I didn't like was the fact that you never even bothered to ask my opinion. You just waltzed in and told me exactly how it was going to be. Or you accused me of wanting a doormat for a wife, when that's what you want for a husband. Well, am I wrong?
What I mean, think of it from a designer's point of view. What woman could resist having you stretched across her front doorstep? I'm sorry, darling, you're right.
Next time I don't go along with any of your little whims.
Yeah, but if it was any other way, life would be so boring.
Well, I don't think there's much danger of that.
Not if I can help it.
Got a little girl, she's 3, but she doesn't know me. Magdalena. Doesn't seem fair I'm not there if she ever needs me. Magdalena. Don't know if she needs me or not. Don't know if her forehead's cold or hot. Don't know how she looks, what she wears, or if anybody cares. Magdalena. Don't know if she's sick, is she well? Has she got a tinkle toy with a bell? Magdalena. Does she sleep upstairs in a big house? Does a foster mother rouse? Magdalena. Got a little girl, she's 3, but she doesn't know me.
Very good, isn't she? Good talk to her.
Silence sounds different in prison. It hides from the sun and comes after lights out, to descend like a shroud night after night. It's a silence that isolates, desolates, as quiet as a grave, as still and as cold as a pond. That lights out silence used to frighten me. Tucked in, locked in, alone, I'd wait night after night. Impervious to locks, doors and bars, mocking such inventions, it stalks the corridors and finds me. But silence in prison sounds different now, defeated by all my friends. With time and patience and gentle persuasion, they've conquered my lights-out enemy, and even in the dead of night, their fashions linger with me. That lights-out silence has become a tranquil time, Lexi breathing, lost in sleep, with cherub face and spiky hair. Daffy tells her plants a bedtime story of princes and palaces, and even Lou enjoys the tale. And as Willie and May's mock battles continue, there's Nora to guide and lend us a hand. I'm still locked up and I'm still in prison, but the lights-out foe has long since fled, and I have the sounds of friendship for company to keep me safe and warm, and in a way, I'm free.
I think you must have had a hand in this, dear.
I just showed her the notes, that's all. Isn't she good?
Thought Lexi would have come in by now to watch. She's all right, isn't she?
Oh, yeah, she's probably just still feeling a bit sick.
Oh, it wasn't me. Jenny taught me how. Oh, you did the playing, Daff, not me. Well done.
Really good. Great.
Now, would you all put your hands together for our next act, Alice Jenkins. Oh!
time it's very hot down in that tropic spot where you can meet a senorita who has got the lot. They stay awake all night.
Gee,
and
some
then
people
they
got no
sleep
bloody
all
self-respect.
day.
Get her
Down
off.
South
Leave her alone.
America
She's doing
way.
good. Oh, she's like a
You hear
giraffe
a
in a fit. You're making a fool of yourself, Jenkins.
So Mary, on a very little coke and rum, you learn to shake your
you're right,
hips
love.
and make your pelvis
We will miss all
sway.
this carry-on.
Down South America
reviews to go.
Don't get weepy, love. Just enjoy it while you can.
Every day you'll keep on saying your regrets. But after 5, senor, you'll come alive, senor, and shake your carcass to maracas and the sound of castanets outside each bamboo hut. You see the natives strut. They give a free papaya if you buy a coconut. But make sure they're real nice before the price you pay. Down South America way. Ay, 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 ay. You want to stay down South America way. Ay, 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 ay. You want to stay down South America. Ay, 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 ay. Way.
Oh, jeez, talk about a dark horse. I never knew you could do stuff like that.
Oh, plenty of time to practice in here, eh?
Congratulations, Alice. It was terrific.
Oh, thanks.
I'm just going to be down to fix some hair. I'll see you.
Okay,
Oh, wrap off, you lot.
Oh, okay. I was going anyway.
What are you trying to do?
What? Those bloody tap dancing classes are gone to your head. Now get that stuff off.
What? You're going back in there, looking the way you usually do.
Why should I? I've just told you why. It's a bloody joke to think that you've got a hope of winning. But I'm not taking any chances.
It's no joke. I could win. I did real good in the talent quest. Ask anyone.
That's what I'm telling you, you moron. What if the judges feel sorry for you and let you win out of pity? Those mugs that bet on you will clean us out if you win.
If I've got no hope anyway, I don't know what you're worried about.
You mess this up for me, and you won't have enough left of your doll to put makeup on. Now get rid of it.
Our first contestants tonight are Willie and May. Willie has chosen a mauve crepe sleeveless dress with accessories of mauve elbow-length gloves and matching sash. And May wears a blue floral dress with scarf neckline, very stylish, and matching blue shoes. Thank you, May. Our next contestant is Daphne. Oh, Daphne's selection for this evening is a pink corduroy outfit featuring drop waist, pleated bodice, and skirt. Thank you. Next is Alice, who has favoured us with the simple, unadorned look of brown corduroy pants, shirt, and cardigan. Thank you. Thank you, Alice.
Well, she looked better before. What's she done?
Oh, it's all that singing and dancing. It ages you.
Our next contestant is Nora. And Nora's choice is very casual and relaxed. Blue top, grey pants, and sneakers. Thank you very much. Jennifer is our next contestant, who is stunning in a navy blue cotton dress with gathered skirt and featuring Peter Pan collar and cuffs. Thank you, Jennifer. Our last contestant is Julie. Her royal blue floral dress with cream collar and matching blue shoes. You look Well, I'm sure you'll agree that all our contestants have done us proud tonight. And I'm sure you're just as anxious as we are to find out who the winners are.
Well, I don't know about you, but it's going to be harder than I thought.
You're turning it down?
I'm sorry, Roddy. I just can't fit it in at the moment.
As the actress said to the bishop, what?
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm disappointed, Pip. I hope you realise what you're passing up, darling.
I do. But I've had a better offer.
I see. Look, if it's the money, we could probably offer you more of an incentive, you know.
Look, asking if they can wait for 3 weeks.
What difference would that make?
Well, I've been thinking we've got to go somewhere for our honeymoon. Worse places than London.
Do you mean it?
Well, I wouldn't have put the idea into your head if I hadn't meant it.
Oh, I love you.
All right. Hey, Roddy.
Oh. Roddy, did you hear that?
Every lascivious moment.
And what do you think? Is it a possibility or isn't it?
On behalf of the judges, I'd like to say this has been a very difficult decision. Now, I know that's what judges always say.
Oh, that's not what the judge that sentenced me said.
In this case, it's true. Now, the winners are, in the talent section, second place, Julie Egbert. First place, Alice Jenkins, who wins a lovely... Now, the second section, the beauty contest. Second, Julie Egbert again. And first place goes to Jennifer Hartley, who also wins a lovely... And the overall winner, who will take away Mr. Pringle's generous trophy, which has now, as it happens, been filled with chocolates by parties unknown. The overall winner is Julie Egbert.
I told you your stars are lucky for today, didn't I? I told you. Oh, Willie, mate. Stop that. She's crushing me wrist.
Just the emotion of the moment, love. Willie, stop that.
I just want you all to know.
Willie, I've
that if
warned you.
something happens
That's
to me,
enough.
I'll miss you too.
Look, nothing's going to happen to you, and you're just embarrassing everyone.
Sorry.
Now, sit down.
Very well done.
Come on,
Well, nothing like this has ever happened to me. And I just want to thank everybody for being my friends.
Lexi, what's happened to your face? Oh, it's just an allergy I get sometimes, that's all. Oh, but it looks so painful. It looks much worse than it is, eh?
Oh, I think you better go and see Sister Hall.
Look, I'm all right, really. Oh, I've got to go to the toot, you know.
You never mentioned an allergy before.
Well, I don't get it much.
What really happened?
Look, I told you. I've got to go see Alice. You owe me.
What did I say? I did what you said. It wasn't my fault. Now, thanks to you, we're well and truly stuffed.
I still can't believe I won, you know. I just can't believe it.
Yeah, well, I can't believe I put a bet on with Kelly and Jenkins. You know, I put on $5 at 20 to 1. That means they owe me $100. Now the bitch has said she won't pay.
Well, you should never have risked money on me, Lexi. What if I'd lost?
Yeah, well, it's Kelly who's going to lose if she doesn't come up with that bloody money. You know, I figured out it was her who spiked me powder.
Why would she do that? You would have won otherwise.
Exactly.
What happened to you?
It's just an allergy.
I'll bet. It's an improvement.
Would you like to see my trophy, Miss Ferguson? Apparently not. Keep this on as long as you can. It should be a bit better by the morning. I still reckon you should go and see the sister.
Oh, no way. The only person I want to see now is bloody Kelly. Oh,
sorry.
The women seemed to enjoy it, and Julie was certainly thrilled.
That's great.
What about your trip to the hospital? Did you find out anything to help Keen?
Yes, as far as I could tell, she's been the victim of some kind of psychological terror campaign.
Oh, no way.
I couldn't find out any details, but I get the impression she's better off not remembering.
Well, at least that's a start. I'm sure it won't be hard for you to find out exactly what happened and why it was never reported.
I've got no way of finding that out.
What about the shock treatment?
He did what he did in her own best interests. I believe the doctor. She needed the treatment, and she simply wasn't in a fit state to get permission for
And
it.
that is a cop-out, and you know it. She's entitled to see justice done and receive compensation, isn't she, Ben?
Well, I wouldn't like to give an opinion on that without knowing more details of the case.
Obviously not going to get any more details if my mother has anything to do with it.
Now you listen. I am sick and tired of being held personally responsible for every real or imagined injustice that comes to your notice. When you grow old enough to realize there are two sides to every issue, then maybe I'll consider you qualified to pass judgment on me, but not until then.
I wasn't passing judgment.
Well, look, there's no point getting worked up about all this. The girl herself may not want to take it any further in the light of what you found out today. Why don't we just wait and see what she says after you talk to her?
What a good idea.
Right, well, who's for another drink?
No, thank you, Ben.
Not for me.
Don't tell me you've been here 4 days, you've only been here 1. You're confused because time seems longer in solitary. Another 3 days to go yet, at least. You don't think I spilled your food on the floor on purpose, do you? Well, it's perfectly good food. And a bit of dirt won't hurt you. You can eat it or starve. Don't talk to me like that, Keen. Obviously, 4 days in solitary wasn't enough for you. I think we'd better arrange for you to spend.
No!
Hey, what is it? What's wrong?
I was just having a bad dream, that's all.
You want to talk about it?
Oh no, I think I just had too much to eat, Nora. I'm okay.
Oh, it was well-deserved, love.
Yes, you looked absolutely beautiful.
It was all Jenny and Lexi.
Oh, you
It was
sure?
still you that won. You can put all the icing on the cake you like, but it's the ingredients that wins the prize.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the matter with you? You still upset you lost, eh?
Oh, you know what she's like with happy endings? A real Cinderella story, isn't it, love?
That's what it is.
Come on, let's get to it. They're not paying us for nothing.
You call that pay?
I'm not forgetting about last night, you know. You owe me $100.
Drop dead, I owe you nothing.
Oh, yes, you do. It was your book. Unless you want the council knowing about it, you've better find the ready right now.
I told you, I ain't got it.
Yeah, well, come up with it. Or you're going to find your coffee spike with a hell of a lot more than bloody face powder.
You all right, love?
McKean, you want in the governor's office. Oh, Collins and Beecham, get your cells and pack your gear.
Why? What's going on?
Your little friends are being sent back to Barnhurst. I guess that puts an end to your precious council, eh? Come on, you three, out.
How are you feeling? Would you care to go somewhere for a stiff brandy or something?
No. My own son wouldn't even give me the time of day. I tried to apologise, but he just ignored me. Walked away as though I didn't exist.
Look, you're going to have to forget it, love. I mean, you tried. Perhaps he just needs time to get over his father's death.
Oh, he thinks I caused it.
Oh, hang on, don't talk like that.
I really didn't think Jim could be that cruel. He doesn't give a hoot about my feelings or the reasons why Norm and I parted.
Well, I do. I care for you, and it hurts me to see you this upset.
Oh, I don't know how I would have got through today without you. Thanks.
That's what friends are for. To help out in the good times as well as the bad.
Yeah.
Do you feel up to a bit of surprise?
What?
Come on, I'll show you.
The department's investigating your case, and if they find any impropriety as far as the shock treatment's concerned, I'm sure they'll be willing to offer you some sort of compensation.
Oh, look, I'm not after anything, Mrs. Reynolds. Well, I do remember that I've got money waiting for me on the outside.
All right, but they are investigating it, and you'll be informed of the findings.
Thank you.
Now, apart from that, the doctor's assured me that the blank spots you're suffering are not due to the treatment. He believes you're blocking out memories that are painful.
Oh, well, I'm not doing it, consciously.
No, perhaps not. That's why I've asked Dr. Weissman to visit you this morning to see if he can help.
Weissman? He's a psychiatrist, isn't he?
That's right.
Well, I'm not crazy, you know.
No, but you are worrying about the memory lapses, and I don't want to see you under a strain. With Dr. Weissman's help, you may be able to fill in the gaps. It's as simple and straightforward as that. Sound reasonable?
I guess so.
Good. Now, would you wait outside for Mrs. Morris, please?
Sure.
We'll have to keep a very close watch on her. If there's the slightest sign of the old Rebecca Keane re-emerging, I want to know about it straight away.
Right, but can you tell me why?
I'm going to ask Eric Weissman to recommend her release.
Yeah, but if they've rebuilt our section of Barnhurst, then why don't they transfer Daffy and you and me too?
Maybe they haven't finished it yet. We'll be doing it in stages.
We could be next then.
Guess so.
Good riddance, I say.
Still wanting to be top dog, Kelly?
Oh, that'll be the day.
It'll come, you'll see. Same as your number, Patterson. Maybe there's a
Mouthing off
smart...
again, Kelly?
No way. Couldn't waste my breath on this lot.
Get on with your work, the lot of you. You're two down in here and you won't get replacements till this afternoon.
Hey, what's the problem?
Nothing. Oh, sorry.
It's all right. You look worried. Mrs. Reynolds have bad news?
No, I don't think it is. She wants me to see Dr. Weissman.
Did you say why?
Well, to help me fill in the gaps in my past.
Well, that's good. So what's the worry?
I don't know.
Look, if I were you, I'd hit Reno for comp, I reckon.
No, I don't want compensation.
I bloody well would if they started wiring me up without permission.
You're entitled to know why they did it, at least.
Well, Mrs. Reynolds said that the department are going to look into it.
Sure. I bet they are.
Look, I don't want to talk about it now, okay?
Fair enough. Ever you do want to talk about.
Thanks. It's just that I'm a bit confused at the moment.
Sure.
Nora, do you ever have dreams or nightmares that when you wake up, you can remember, but you can't work out if they actually happened?
Sometimes. Is that what you're having?
Oh, look, it's driving me mad. See, I get these very clear flashes of things, but then I can't work out if they really... Oh, forget it. I'm sorry, I'm okay.
Please, Mervyn, tell me what it is.
Not much further.
Look, we both have to get to work, and I want to go home and change. And
Mrs. Reynolds said you could have the day off.
But I want to go in. And unless you tell me what the surprise is, I am not going to take another step.
You don't have to. This is it. I used the $3,000 prize money as part of the deposit. Joycey, I want this to be our home. I want us to get married and settle down right here.
For heaven's sake, blow your nose. I don't know what's worse, you're crying or you're snivelling.
There, you happy now?
Thank you. Huh. I might as well leave this here. I suppose someone might get some use out of it.
You gave that to me. You can't leave it here. It's mine.
But you said you didn't want it.
Well, I do now.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you do. You'll need that cardi when we make a break for it. Oh, come on, love.
It's not fair. Here we are about to embark on a most dangerous mission and we can't even tell our closest friends.
I know, but they're the rules. It's for our own safety too, remember?
Oh, Nora wouldn't tell anyone.
Well, we can't, so forget it.
We might never see any of them again and we could get killed and no one would ever know the truth.
Now, that's enough. Look, just pack up this junk before the freak gets heavy with us.
How many times do I have to tell you do not refer to my property as junk?
Well, fine, but you can't take it all. We're travelling light, remember? So just pack as much junk as you have to.
It was your brother's decision to steal the car, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I talked him into it, didn't I? If I hadn't said anything, he wouldn't have tried to drive the car and he'd still be alive today.
Well, if he's so easily led, anyone could have talked him into it, don't you think? And what about these mates of yours who pulled the robbery? Ever hear from them?
Robbery?
The one you're in here for?
Oh, look, do we have to keep going over the same stuff? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that I've spent months in a nut house, right, answering the same questions. Did I love me mother and father? Did I love me brother? Did I use a gun? Did I threaten people? It just goes on and on.
And you know all the answers?
No!
Why not?
Because I can't remember everything.
It's all very convenient, you know. And from your past record and from what I know...
Oh, look, you believe what you like. I can remember some of the things I've done, and I've been reminded of what I was like in here. But that doesn't mean I'm proud of it or that I'm going to become that person again. See, I just want to fill in the gaps, right? But I can't. I can't remember.
That's enough for today.
Mervyn, you will just have to get the money back. We cannot afford those sort of repayments.
But we can. I calculated it very carefully. It means we'll have to give away a few luxuries, but we can do it.
No. Now, I'm not discussing it any further. Go and get your deposit back.
Won't you even talk about us getting married?
Oh, Mervyn, I have just buried Norm. Will you please just leave me alone?
All right. I'll go and see what's going on in the kitchen.
You've got to check your social calendar first. I mean, you might have an afternoon appointment with a television station.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, it's just that you seem to have time for everything else other than what you're employed to do.
Mrs. Reynolds gave permission for that contest and for this morning's time off. And if you've got any complaints about me, go and do your damnedest. Otherwise, shut up and keep yourself out of my business.
You should wear your hair that way more often. It really suits you.
See, I told you.
If you've got the looks, then use them. It's the only way to get what you want.
Yeah, that's what I always say. But she never believes me.
Oh, it's a waste of bloody time looking good in here.
I disagree. It's a matter of pride.
Hi, Reb. How'd you go to the shrink?
What's wrong? Wiseman upset you?
What questions did he ask you?
Oh, the same stuff as they asked me in hospital.
But didn't he help you at all?
Sure he did. Right back to the funny farm, eh? Thought I told you to shut up, Kelly. Why? I'm just stating the facts. It's the best way to get rid of the troublemakers. Chuck them in a padded cell and throw away the keys.
Shut up, Kelly!
I reckon I'm right, Keen. Get out of here now! Sure. Company stinks anyhow.
Jeez, she couldn't be right, could she, Nora?
Lexi, of course not.
It's a possibility. Well, poor Cass got pushed over the edge and she's never been released.
Who?
Well, Cass Parker, I just remembered her. She ended up in a mental hospital.
Oh, come on, Reynolds isn't like that. She only transfers people she can't handle.
Well, maybe she's just trying to get you released. Oh, yeah, wouldn't that be a buzz, eh, Reb?
Can't see that happening. I reckon they've got me right where they want me. All right, ladies, this is to be a quick farewell because May and Willie's van's ready to leave for Barnhurst.
I We'll be there when they finish the rebuilding.
Thanks for everything. See you soon. Lexi, you keep your nose clean, love.
Yeah, sure. You know me.
Ta-da. Take care.
She does appear to be a changed woman. Not at all like the Keen we knew.
That's what I thought. Can you recommend a release?
I'd like a few more sessions before I'd go that far.
Yes, of course. You will let me know as soon as possible so I can make a report to the department.
Yes.
Come in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've got Collins and Beecham outside. Would you rather I brought them?
No, we're finished now. I'll be in touch. Bye, Anne.
Bye, Eric. And thanks.
Come in.
All right, you can sit down. Now then, everything's arranged. Mrs. Slattery will be escorting you, but isn't aware of the planned escape. I want your solemn promise that nothing will happen to her.
You know we wouldn't harm anyone, Mrs. Reynolds.
If the plan looks like failing, you're to keep going to Barnhurst so no one gets hurt.
Understood.
Good. The driver will be helping you escape. Take your cue from him.
Oh, May, I'm scared.
Oh, now, wipe your eyes. Don't be silly. You heard Mrs. Reynolds. It's all arranged. I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
Well, you're on your own from now on. Good luck.
What's wrong?
Dunno. Alternator, I think.
I don't know, love.
Hang on a tick. Have a look.
They'd be at Barnhurst by now, wouldn't they, Nora?
Yeah.
Well on the way, anyway.
But they're squabbling about who gets what bunk already. It's kind of quiet in here without them, ain't it?
About time we got rid of you Barnhurst lot. Only a few deadheads to go.
Yeah, well, I wish someone had shipped you off, Kelly.
Playing the stock market, are we?
Force of habit. Robin and I always did the shares together.
How nice. Always fancied making some dough that way myself.
Yeah. But you have to learn to add up first.
Hey, come on, Nexie. How about you and Julie taking Eve and myself on a pool? Interested, Eve?
Yes, why not?
Okay, come on, let's shoot to break, eh?
You aren't very social today, Kate. Not well.
Oh, why did you tell me that Cynthia was one of the women at Blackmore?
Because she is.
She's an officer.
That's right.
But you made me think she was a prisoner.
Oh, I did no such thing. What's the matter? You mind playing tricks again? What do you remember about Cynthia?
Well, she tried to starve me, and she wanted me dead. I think.
Oh, I'd be very careful, Keen. The department doesn't take too kindly to prisoners accusing its staff. I mean, no one would believe that an officer would resort to those things.
Well, it happened.
Nightmares, Keen. Psychiatrists would say the product of a deranged mind. You're sick, and you always will be. Imagination gone crazy. You know, Keen, I feel very sorry for you. Whichever way you look at it, you're going to face bars for the rest of your life. Either here or in the asylum. I don't know which would be the worst. But there is another way.
What?
Well, I've seen people die, Keen. And you know, it's not so bad. There's no more confusion, no more pain. Just sleep. Really is the only way. Because you know, Keen, there's nothing ahead for you. More pain.
Longer, Tom.
Don't know, everything looks all right.
Do you know what you're doing?
Mrs. Slattery?
What is it?
Have we got time to, go?
Been a long time between coffee breaks. Would it be all right, do you think, if we let him out?
Sure, we're not going anywhere. Until I fix a problem, at least.
If you can fix it.
Thanks, Mrs. Slattery.
What are you doing with the suitcase?
Quick, Tommy. Tom, quickly!
Come on, quick. Get the suitcase. Come on, quick.
Don't worry about me. Catch them and bring them back. Why don't you chase them?
I couldn't leave you in here. I thought they might hurt you.
Well, don't just stand there. Get on the radio and raise the alert. Hurry up!
Right.
Come on, get a move on. Cut the chatter. The bell's gone. Get back to work.
Oh, we're going as fast as we can.
Yeah, maybe that one, the bloody...
Nora!
What's the matter?
It's Fred. There's blood everywhere. She's dead.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare.